George, guarded by Looney. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Oh, George pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper. Thunder with the basketball. Deep three at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up. The Thunder in command of this one. The Thunder have it to start the 4th quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
Here comes the screen. DeMarcus Cousins sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Kevin Durant lets it fly. Can't connect. Slams it home on the putback.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
On a bad pass, going to be taken away by the Warriors. Durant against George. Has a chance. A shot, no good by Iguodala. To George. And throws it down.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Durant. And a throwdown. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Oklahoma City ball. Here comes the screen. No, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Oh, nice find for the basket.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Schroeder against Cousins. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Dennis Schroeder trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Whoops. That won't go. Cousins. And he's going to the free throw line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First one goes down. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Schroeder. Felton here against Kevon Looney. To Schroeder. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
I love when I get a chance to watch guys who can make more out of what they actually have in their arsenal. And that's who Dennis Schroeder is. For a guy who really can't shoot, he sure does put the ball in the bucket.
Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Not the best shot with the defender right there.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Looney, defended by Markieff Morris. To Shaun Livingston. Off the mark. Well contested.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Livingston. To Cousins. Won't go down. Schroeder, guarded by Livingston. Layup goes down. Well done.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Oklahoma City's got it. Russell Westbrook here against Steph. To Paul George. Drives, but his shot won't go down.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Westbrook to George. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
2-point shot for Curry. Not going down for him this time.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
End score. Strong take.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Curry. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Curry to Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Durant to Curry. Durant. Smothering D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Here comes the screen. doesn't have the touch. No good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Curry buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
Nerlens Noel at the line for 2 shots. Not the best career mark, 62%. First free throw is good. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Curry into the front court. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Knocks down the first. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Good victory here for the Thunder. They are champions of the Western Conference. They're on their way to the NBA Finals. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Thunder are the Western Conference champions. After a long, grueling season, they're now headed to the NBA Finals. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Warriors were eliminated from the playoffs today, and I'm sure there are no words that can make them feel better right now. Making the playoffs can be considered a success, but that's probably not what they want to hear right now. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Assists.
The Oklahoma City Thunder were very impressive in the way they shared the ball, giving each other the opportunity to not just take good shots, but great shots. That's what I believe made the difference for them in this game, that being the great assists.
Player of the game.
Paul George seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again, he kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.